Good evening and welcome to Game 2 of our Friday night doubleheader. We are in Western Canada here at the Canadian Western Bank Centre in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as the Stallions welcome in their international foes, the New York Empire. So the two teams have completed their warm-ups. Skaters are all stretched, ready to go. We have Pedersen against Clarkson here in the dot, and the face-off is off and away. Puck drop, here we go. Calgary with the first possession of the game. Reinhardt tries to drag across. It'll be taken away. Now Orshevsky with it to Bernier, to Pedersen in the high slot. It's sticked away. Kovalov tries to get it out but can't. Down low, Kuznetsov robbed by Rask. Great save there by Ellis Rask. Wilkinson against Clarkson now. And Wilkinson able to kick it back to Bernier, to Orshevsky at the point. Miller now will skate down. In front in Laine! Pokes that one home. A great setup there by Leon Miller. So it'll be Marcus Laine, less than a minute into the game. Gets Calgary on the board. 1-0 here at home. Calgary has an opportunity to get a little bit closer to Toronto as they sit in the lead of the Canada division at the moment. And a penalty coming up here. It'll be an interference call against Reijo Heinonen. Face-off now to the right of Rask. It'll be won by Calgary. Delaney skates down to Miller, and the puck gets knocked away. Comes on net to Rask. He's able to get a toe on that to keep it out of the net. Face-off now here in New York, able to come away with it. It'll get up to Michelson, and he'll be able to get it out. Calgary now on the attack. Puck knocked away there. It'll be Nash with it. He'll get it to Hollenbeck, and he'll get it all the way out. Pedersen up to Bernier. Bernier sticked away just outside of his zone. Now Michelson on it at the Calgary bench. It'll go to Nash. Sebastian Nash walks down the boards. In front. Denied there. And now Pedersen will skate away. He'll get it up to Kuznetsov. Over a minute gone here on the power play for Calgary. Kuznetsov in front to Reinhardt. Disrupted there by Nash. Kuznetsov to Reinhardt. Can't tuck it away. So he's just a little too deep. Bernier glove by Rask. So now another face-off coming here to the right of Rask. 3 minutes gone here in the first. Calgary already with one on the board from Marcus Laine. Set up by Leon Miller. Delaney, shot gets blocked to the corner. Wilkinson, Winslow, first one on a puck. It hops up in the air, and Miller will have it behind the cage. Delaney tries to skate down. Fyodorov gets stuck on the skate of DiFalino, and he'll flip all the way out. Calgary now on the attack. One last chance to get it across into the zone. They will, right as the power play comes to an end. Miller to Delaney, and it's denied there by Rask. And then a glove save, another one by Rask. So great opportunities for Calgary, especially right after the power play had concluded. They're unable to beat Rask in net here. Face-off coming, it'll be Wilkinson against Westbrook. Wilkinson wins it back. Magnuson, shot goes wide. It was deflected in front by Wilkinson and goes wide of the cage there. Wilkinson with it behind the net. Being pestered there by Westbrook. Westbrook gets it free. Westbrook up to Barron. Barron gets bumped there. And it will be a penalty here on Calgary. So they're going to call a trip on Marcus Laine. So the goal scorer for Calgary now guilty of a trip there. Face off now here. It'll be McIntyre against Pedersen. McIntyre wins it back. One-timer! Denied there. Puck hops in the air. Now Kuznetsov will have it. Kuznetsov feeds back to Heinonen. Heinonen can't get the shot on net. Warshevsky able to skate it away and flip it out for Calgary. Puck picked up by Kuznetsov behind his own net. Loops around. Now McIntyre on the attack. He'll enter the zone. McIntyre bumped off by Warshevsky. Bernier picks it up and he'll flip it out for Calgary. Gets the clear. Now Heinonen will have it. Rayo Heinonen up to Barron. Emil Barron pestered there by Bernier. Still able to get it in deep. Warshevsky hit hard there behind the net by Kovalov. But Calgary able to make the play and get it out for another clear for the Stallions. Kuznetsov up to McIntyre. McIntyre hit hard there by Warshevsky. Styles Warshevsky able to get it out. He'll flip it all the way down the ice. And Kuznetsov will be the first one on it for New York. Barron now on the attack. Emil Barron across the blue line. Stops up at the half wall. Feeds it in front to Kovalov. Denied there on the rebound. Can't get it past Fauschenbauer. Warshevsky will go off the glass and out. First one back there on it is Paul. Edmund Paul looking to get up ice. He'll go off the boards. Now it'll come to Clarkson. Press there is Warshevsky. And he'll get it out. That'll do it for the New York power play. So unable to get things back to square. Westbrook now. It's over to Nash. To Clarkson in front. Kicked away by Fauschenbauer. Westbrook now with it. Tries to get to the middle. Backhand. Shot gets blocked. Westbrook now to Clarkson. Up to the point to Paul to Holenbeck. Clarkson down low. Denied there by Novak. Excuse me. I've been saying Fauschenbauer for the first bit. It is Alexei Novak, the backup goaltender, in for Calgary here tonight. Face off now. It'll be Pedersen against Clarkson. Clarkson able to win it back to Paul, to Lindholm. Over to Kovalov. Ryba in the high slot. Tries to get a shot away and can't. Reinhardt can't get it out of the zone. Paul keeps it in. Ryba now down in the corner. Tries to walk up the boards and he's bumped off the puck there by Bork and Reinhardt. Bork now skating away. Leading the rush is the defenseman. Flips it back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt tries to get it down low. Puck hops up in the air off a deflection. And now it'll be Reinhardt back at the point. Bork with a slap shot glove by Rask. And he'll keep play going. Lindholm will have it. Ryba now. The retreat in the neutral zone. Pedersen will take it. Kuznetsov with Pedersen in tow, and Paul takes it away there. DiFolino across the red line, dumps in from just outside the blue line. Nash, the first one on it. Sebastian Nash looking to get to the front of the net. He's bumped there. Puck comes loose. Wilkinson hit there by DiFolino. Press to the boards. There's Michelson. They'll continue to skate. It'll be Laine with it. Marcus Laine behind the cage. Gets it up to Wilkinson. Over to Magnuson. Hit hard. And now Michelson down low. Tried to feed it in front. Nash. Shot goes wide. Subin Bork with it. He'll look to skate up ice. He'll get to the blue line and then get it up to Miller at center ice. Miller tried to feed it across to Laine. And Laine is going to be guilty of another trip here, as Laine was trying to dig away for that puck. And he will be guilty of a trip touched up there, by the Stallions. And that'll get the penalty call there. Face off now. It'll be Clarkson against Delaney. Tied up there. It'll come behind the cage of Novak. Warshevsky will be on it. He'll go off the glass all the way to the red line where Kuznetsov will pick it up. Slater now with it. So he's able to take away the puck from Kuznetsov. Clarkson now trying to get things going through the neutral zone. With some speed, Westbrook over to Clarkson. Clarkson blocked away by Novak. And then it's behind the net and Warshevsky. Strong defensive play, able to pick it up and get it out. Nine minutes left here in the first period. Bernier with it. He'll flip it out again. Paul will glove it inside his own zone. It'll come to Clarkson. Now to Westbrook. Westbrook looking for somebody to get going here in the neutral zone. And he's obliterated there by Bernier, and that is going to be a call. So Bernier is going to be guilty of a charge there. They are going to call Bernier for it. So he'll take a seat on the charge there for another 2 minutes. So New York with a golden opportunity. They find themselves trailing by a goal, seeing if they can get something going here on a 5-on-3 for just 45 seconds, followed by a man advantage for a minute 15. Faceoff will be won by Reinhardt. Bork had it. He'll lose the puck. McIntyre with it. In front to Barron. Over to Kovalov. Denied by Novak. And he'll get a glove on that and hold right there. McIntyre in the draw there. Won by Reinhardt. Calgary trying to get it out. They can't. McIntyre now to the open slot to Kuznetsov, and his shot gets blocked away. Reinhardt with it. They'll continue to battle there. Kuznetsov skates away, gets it over to Heinonen. Heinonen over to Kovalov. Down low. Denied by Novak. Kuznetsov up high to Barron. Barron gets bumped off the puck. New York with some pressure here. Glove stopped by Novak. They'll keep play going. Reinhardt to Winslow, and they'll be able to get it out as the two-man advantage comes to an end. Now it's just a man advantage. Laine short-handed. Will lose the puck there in his offensive zone. Kovalov under a minute now left here. Warshevsky with the takeaway. And then he's bumped off the puck by Heinonen. Puck sent up ice. It'll be Kovalov with it. He's hit hard by Warshevsky. McIntyre puts the brakes on. Gets to the middle. Heinonen down low. Shot gets blocked. Barron with a chance. Feeds it over to Heinonen. Can't get a shot away. Barron in front. Poke check by Novak. Shepard hit hard. Kept in by New York. Down low to McIntyre at the goal line. McIntyre can't get a shot away. It comes to the opposite corner. Westbrook, McIntyre to Heinonen. Oh, he tried to feed it down low to Westbrook, and it was denied. Just 10 seconds left here on the power play, and Edmund Paul looking to skate up ice for New York. And that'll do it for the power play here. So Calgary able to kill off the 5-on-3 and keep this a 1-goal lead for the Stallions here at home. 6 minutes left here in the first period. Calgary with the lone goal coming from Marcus Laine in the first minute of the game here tonight. That has been it so far for the next 14 minutes or so. Reed up to Reinhardt. Reinhardt's going to be tripped, so now New York going to be guilty of a penalty. And Calgary will head to the power play looking to make it a 2-goal advantage for the home team here. So now face-off coming to the right of Rask. It'll be Fyodorov, the second power play unit out to start against Nash on that top penalty kill. Nash wins it back to Romainders, goes cross-ice to Crew, out to Michelson. They're able to get it out of the zone. Michelson will continue to skate and then lose the puck to Vinny Slater. Vinny Slater goes to Fyodorov, back to Delaney. Down low, poke check by Rask. And then Delaney with the shot, and it's denied. Winslow, glove by Rask. And we'll have another penalty here. There's going to be a slash against Sebastian Nash. So just like that, Calgary's going to go to the 5-on-3. After they just killed off their own 5-on-3, they will now have the advantage. Reinhardt will go against Kraus in the face-off circle. 5:10 left here in the first. Reinhardt wins it back to Slater. Slap shot. Oh, just goes wide. Great opportunity for Slater. Laine to Reinhardt, denied. Excuse me, that was Kuznetsov in that slot area, and New York able to pick up the puck and get it all the way out. Slater will be the first one on it. Still over a minute left here on the 5-on-3. Reinhardt trying to skate through. Gets it over to Laine, and it's denied there. Laine gets it out front to Kuznetsov. Shot blocked, and then Winslow gets it on net, and it's denied by Rask. Puck will be flipped out once again. Another good clear for New York. 50 seconds left here on the two-man advantage. Kuznetsov across the red line, enters the zone. Kuznetsov over to Reinhardt. Back to Winslow, and that shot is stopped there by Rask, and he'll hold. So good stop there by Rask. Calgary with good pressure. They just need to maybe sustain something more. Right now it feels like they've been kind of one and done on the power play. Fyodorov wins it back. Miller tries to get to the front of net. Fyodorov! Oh, and it gets behind Rask, but not across the goal line. So great opportunity there right off the faceoff for Calgary as they just power towards the net. And Rask is able to stand strong in goal tonight. Fyodorov now against Michelson. Fyodorov wins it back. Bernier cross ice to Delaney. Snapshot. Stopped there by Rask. And he will hold right there. 3:55 left. And what's been a bit of a clunky first period, I would say that middle part of the game was a little more up and down, continuous action, but it's felt like, especially with the penalties here, the last 4 minutes or so. Bernier in front, glove by Rask, and he'll hold right there. And that too, a lot of shots on net that have just been held. I mean, and I don't really blame the goalies necessarily, but maybe the offense shooting for rebounds instead of shooting into the gloves every time. Bernier, another shot right into the glove. Rask will keep this one going. Must have been listening up here. Crew up to Michelson, and Michelson off the glass and out. That'll do it for the 5-on-3. And the subsequent power play for just 20 seconds. So an opportunity here for Calgary to get it into the zone. They'll lose it at their own blue line. Now Fyodorov away with it to Delaney. He'll lose it in the neutral zone. Up ice, Miller. He will enter the zone with 5 seconds left on the power play. Miller being watched there. Delaney pivots. Fyodorov denied by Rask there. Good opportunity down low, but Calgary snuffed out there. 3 minutes exactly left here in the first period. Calgary dominating this first period, but still only lead 1-0. This first period begins to wind down. Bernier up to Orshevsky. Bernier, it'll be deflected in. It'll be Albin Wilkinson with the tip in front. To make this a 2-0 game here at home for Calgary. 2:51 left here in the first period. New York on the road here, playing in the Mountain Time Zone, needing to get something going here. They go up ice. It'll be Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will flip in. First one back there is Warshevsky. Warshevsky pressed to the boards there. Puck is loose. Westbrook comes up high. It'll now be Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov to the middle. Shot. Doesn't, or actually does come on net and will be sticked away by Novak. Under 2 minutes now here in the first. New York looking to get on the board, make this a 2-1 game before the end of the period. Hollenbeck will be hit hard there. Taken away by Wilkinson, the goal scorer moments ago. Hollenbeck still being pestered there by Wilkinson. Wilkinson will have it. They'll look to get it in, and it will just meekly cross that blue line to get into the zone. Barron to Ryba. Ryba stops up, floats it back to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck walks down. Shot gets blocked in front. Warshevsky now, 50 seconds left here in the first period. Miller skates free. He's past Hollenbeck. Shot! Knocked down, and Rask able to get a hold of that one. So Miller with a great opportunity in on a partial break. And that one is denied by the netminder. Shot goes wide. Now Kuznetsov will have it. Ryba up to Hollenbeck. 15 seconds left here in the period. Kovalov will flip in. First one back there is Warshevsky. He'll move it around the boards up to Bernier. Reinhardt, with just 3 seconds, crosses the red line. Shot by Kuznetsov. And it's stopped by Rask. And that'll end the first period of action here from Calgary. So 2 goals by Laine and Wilkinson get Calgary on the board 2-0. We'll take our first intermission. Be back with you from Canadian Western Bank Center in Calgary right after this. All right, welcome back to Canadian Western Bank Center. I am Les Talk. Thrilled to be joining you here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as the Stallions enter this middle frame, leading 2-0 over the visiting New York Empire. Puck drop is off, and we are running here in the second period. Pettersson trying to get through. It'll be knocked off his stick. New York looking to get something going offensively. They didn't have much in the first period at all, obviously with a 0 on the scoreboard. But it didn't feel like a ton of opportunities for stretches there, and that's exactly what Calgary tries to do with Novak in net. They do not want to put him on an island, force him to have to stop 30-40 shots here tonight. They'd like to keep it in that 20 to 25 range. One-timer shot goes wide. Was blocked. It looked like deflected in front. Kuznetsov hammered there by Hollenbeck. Down low to Ryba, and he'll turn it over. Bernier now away with it. He'll go up ice to Kuznetsov. Cross the blue line to Pettersson. Pettersson loses it in his skates to Hollenbeck. Puck flipped all the way down ice. And it will be an icing there as they just missed Westbrook on the stretch pass there to Hollenbeck. Face-off now to Pedersen against Westbrook. In the face-off circle to the right of Rask. Won by Calgary. Miller to Wilkinson on his backhand. Can't get a shot away. Miller now unable to turn with the puck there in that slot area. Kuznetsov across the blue line. Back to Westbrook. Shot gets blocked in front. Bork now with it. He'll feed it up to Miller. Miller gets it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson will exit the zone in the neutral zone. Right press there against the New York bench. Magnuson now with it. He'll go up ice to Miller. Miller goes cross ice to Bork. Bork will advance to Wilkinson. Wilkinson tries to get in deep. Now Wilkinson with it again. And he's denied there. Westbrook now skates away with it. Tito Westbrook across the blue line. Hit hard there. Kovalev to Kuznetsov and a blocker save by Novak. Bork press to the boards there. It'll be Kovalov away with it. Now Kuznetsov stopped there. Looked like he had Novak beat, but he's denied there. Kicked away from the corner. First one on it is Miller. He'll go up ice to Wilkinson. Wilkinson will flip in from the blue line. First one back on it is Paul. He'll skate away from there. Now DiFellino up to Westbrook. Tito Westbrook across the blue line. Tito Westbrook still in. Kick save by Novak. Westbrook pressed to the boards there. And now it'll come up high. Michelson. Oh, and the shot just goes wide. Fyodorov now on it. They'll kick it up the boards. DiFellino will have it. DiFellino knocked off the puck. Mateus Shepard with it. Shepard across the red line. Bottled up there near the Calgary bench. Michelson loses the puck there. Bogdanovich on it. Belomir Bogdanovich looking to skate away. He'll turn back in the neutral zone. And now Winslow will have it. A little more continuous action here to start this second period, as we're already almost 6 minutes gone here in the middle frame. Calgary still with a 2-0 lead. Goals by Laine and Wilkinson here in the second period. In the first period. That puck will be sent all the way down. Fyodorov looking to get it back to the point, and it split the two defensemen. Reed and Winslow. And now turned over. Bowden tried to get downhill, and he's knocked off the puck there. Delaney in. Shot. Stopped there by Rask. It's at the side of the cage, and Rask will hold there. So just under 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Still 2-0. Calgary with a win here would move into second place by themselves, ahead of Montreal, but still trailing Toronto. New York with a win here would jump back ahead of Chicago, as Chicago just leapfrogged them in the standings with their win earlier tonight over the Minnesota Norse. Puck now in. Winslow, oh, and he's demolished there, and New York looks like they're going to have an opportunity coming from this. Bowden with McIntyre. Watched by Reed, and he'll turn it over to Alden. Slater now with it. Slater gets it over to Reed. Reed to Alden in the middle. Alden tried to feed it up ice, and it's turned over to Bowden. Bowden will have it. Bowden will continue. He'll kick it backwards. It'll be Romainders on the puck. Over to Kovalov. Kovalov turns in the neutral zone, flips it over to Romainders. And tripped up there. Keith Reed going to be guilty of the trip there. At least it looked like it was Keith Reed. Might have been Alden as well. No, it is Keith Reed. Guilty of the trip there. Very easy call for the official to make. I know he's unhappy, but I think that's more frustration for what he did than frustration at the official, because it was a pretty obvious call right there, tripping up Bowden. So New York with an opportunity here again, trailing by 2. We're 11:23 left here in the second. If they can get this to a 1-goal game, it starts to get things way more interesting down the stretch here. A glove save by Novak, and he'll hold right there. Good save there by Alexei Novak. Face off now coming here. It'll be Clarkson against Reinhart. And Clarkson wins it back. Kuznetsov down low to Ryba. And it's denied by Novak. So we're back into the pattern of shot, save, stoppage. Shot, save, stoppage. See if we can get a little more movement offensively from New York, or see if they can just blister one past Novak here in the offensive zone. Clarkson and Reinhart. Reinhart will win that draw and will flip it out. Kuznetsov gets it at the red line. Heading in now to Westbrook as they re-enter. Westbrook pressed to the boards there by Bernier. Reinhart will take it away. Can't get it out of the zone, though. And now Bogdanovich will have the puck, and he will be able to clear it for the Stallions. Puck all the way down. Heading in, the first one back on it. He's pressed to the boards by Reinhart. Reinhart goes up high to Bernier. Looking for Bogdanovich in that high slot, and his stick was tied up. Clarkson now. Cross the blue line, feeds it over to Westbrook. Westbrook in. Stops. Shot. Kicked away by Novak. Reinhart will have it. Bradley Reinhart gets to the red line and decides to flip in. First one back there on it is Clarkson. He'll be pressed to the boards. Tries to kick it up the boards and unable to. Now Kuznetsov, he'll be able to get it free to Westbrook. Still 40 seconds left here on the power play. Magnuson with a good clear there for Calgary. Crossing the halfway point of this game. Under 10 minutes left here in the second. Bork's now going to be tripped up, so Westbrook going to be guilty of a penalty here. So we will go to 4-on-4 unless Calgary can kill off this 15 seconds here. In front, denied there. It's now at the side of the cage and finally touched up by New York. So we will have a 4-on-4 for 10 seconds here. And then Calgary will go on a minute 50 power play as Westbrook is going to be guilty of the call here. A trip along those far boards. In the offensive zone too, there on Bork. As he sends Bork into the boards on that trip as well. Reinhardt now will face off against Nash. It will be won by Reinhardt. Kicks it back to Magnuson, up high to Bork. Pedersen now with it. Tries to get to the middle, and Heinonen takes away. So now Calgary power play here as Reed joins the team. Out of the box here, Reed gets it up ice to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov with Reinhardt. Knocked off the puck there. Heinonen watched by Reinhardt. Now Paul gets it up ice to Michelson. Michelson across the red line. Joseph Michelson continues with it. Will be pressed to the boards there by Warshevsky. Nash shorthanded here for New York. And Bernier will now have it for Calgary. He loses it to Nash. Laine will take it for Calgary. He'll get it up to Reinhardt. Reinhardt tries to cut through over to Laine. Stopped in Kuznetsov. He will bury that one. So Alyosha Kuznetsov on the rebound. It looked like Laine. I don't think it actually got on net to Rask. Laine's shot, but then it was hopped right to the stick of Alyosha Kuznetsov, and he's able to bury it past the netminder, Ellis Rask. So 8:15 left here in the second, and now it's a 3-0 Calgary lead. New York needing something of offense here. One-timer stopped there by Novak, and he'll hold. Face off now. It'll be Clarkson, that top unit out for New York. See if they can get something going. Under 8 minutes left here in the second. Trailing by 3. Kovalov to the front. Ryba denied. Sai Kovalov shot goes way wide. Goes all the way through that goal mouth there. Ryba tries to get to the middle. He's bumped off the puck. And now Bernier will be able to clear to Miller. Miller across the blue line. He'll continue. Miller stops. Flips it back to Warshevsky. Warshevsky down low to Wilkinson. He scores! So Albin Wilkinson with his second of the game. He had gone into a bit of a scoring drought. And as you can see, he has flourished his way through that. And he is back to a hot start. A goal in their last game as well. Wilkinson now with 2 goals here tonight. Now we'll look for the hat trick the rest of the way in the final 37 minutes here. 27 minutes, I should say. Kraus. He'll get the puck knocked away. Warshevsky. So 4-0 now, just like that for Calgary. New York again desperately needing something. Laine. And it'll be Otto Anderson. So they do go to the goalie change here. Otto Anderson in net for the Empire. McIntyre against Wilkinson here. Face off one. It'll be Bowden. He'll get it up ice to Holenbeck. Holenbeck goes up ice to McIntyre. McIntyre bumped off the puck there. Warshevsky will get on it. 6 minutes left here in the second. Laine along the far boards. Gets it to Warshevsky in the middle. Now Miller along the near boards here. Bernier to Laine. Now Wilkinson. They'll be out of the zone. Albin Wilkinson continues. They'll get to the boards and be bumped there. Puck comes loose. McIntyre will have it. Quick flip to Holenbeck. And now Bowden will flip in. Bernier with it. Bernier looks to get it up ice. It'll be Shepard. Shepard on the attack to Laine. Marcus Laine in. Laine shoots. Shot is deflected wide. Shepard up high to Bernier. Bernier down to Shepard. Shepard trying to wiggle through. He's able to get it over to Laine. Shot does not get on net. Barron now with it to Bowden. Kalen Bowden. 4 minutes left here in the second. Westbrook had a great opportunity. Looking for Barron in front, but unable to get it through. Alexei Fyodorov now. Cross the blue line. Fyodorov in front. Bogdanovich denied by Otto Anderson, and he'll hold there. 3:33 left here in the second period. Calgary dominating the Empire here. Face-off coming to the right of Anderson. Fyodorov loses it to Nash, and now New York will be on the move. DiFolino flips it in. First one back there is Magnuson. He's met there by Michelson. Michelson gets it away. Nash over to Hennanen to Hollenbeck. Nash on the backhand, can't get a shot away. Puck is loose in the slot, and Calgary able to get it away. Reinhardt looking to, or excuse me, Bogdanovich looking to skate up ice, so continue with it. Enters the zone, and then gets bumped off the puck there. DiFolino with it. They'll go across ice to Nash. Nash looking to skate in. Nash goes to the corner. He's bumped off there by Bork. In front, Shepard intercepts. Gunnar Pettersson. He'll lose the puck there. Pettersson goes to Reinhardt. Reinhardt over to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will lose the puck. It'll be Magnuson. Joakim Magnuson to Pettersson. Shot goes wide. And now Reinhardt will have it. Reinhardt flips it down. First one on is Lindholm. Lindholm goes up to Hennanen. Now to Nash. Michelson hit hard there at his own bench by Warshevsky. Big hit by Stas. He is still down. And he will just head to the bench. And head to the dressing room, it looks like. Pettersson now with just 40 seconds left here in the second period. Across to Clarkson. Shot doesn't get through. Bernier skates away, gets it over to Pettersson, to Kuznetsov. Now to Reinhardt. Reinhardt has Kuznetsov going to the net. Kuznetsov scores! So it'll be Alyosha Kuznetsov with his second goal of the game. Great pass, great setup there by Bradley Reinhardt. And Pettersson gets in on the action too with an assist there. Face off here, Clarkson against Slater. Slater wins it back. It'll be Bernier. He'll get to the red line and turn back. Just 10 seconds left here. Clarkson looking to get something on the board as it is 5-0 Calgary. Here, shot deflected, goes to the far boards, and that horn will sound. So a dominating second half of the second period for the Stallions puts them in the lead 5-0 here at home on New York. We'll take our second intermission. Be back with you right for the start of the third period from Calgary. All right, folks, ready for the third period here from Western Canada. We are in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as the Stallions, with a dominant first 40 minutes, lead 5-0 on the Empire here. They'll look to hold on to this lead and force New York to maybe take some chances and capitalize off that open gaps there. Puck will be sent all the way down. Picked up by Warshevsky. Warshevsky gets it up ice to Reinhardt. Reinhardt across the blue line. He'll lose the puck there. Clarkson. And now it'll be loose there. Ryba hit hard. We're going to have a fight. So Clarkson will duel against Kuznetsov. Two guys not really known as fighters going at it here. Exactly a minute gone here in the third period. They'll continue to dance, continue to duel here. Clarkson with a shot. Looks like Kuznetsov dodged that one. They're right in front of the New York bench there. They'll continue to go. Kuznetsov with the uppercut. And then Kuznetsov able to bury Clarkson there. So he knocks the New York Empire forward down. And they will sit in the box each, 5 minutes apiece. Face-off coming now to the right of Novak. Hennanen. Shot goes wide, so it looks like it's going to be a 7-minute penalty served for Kuznetsov, as they are, I think they're going to call charging on the play as well. Kuznetsov up to Barron. Barron tries to feed it down low, and it goes wide of Kovalov. Kovalov reverts from the corner, tries to get in front. Kuznetsov denied by Novak, and he'll hold right there. 18:23 left here in the third period here from Calgary. Our second and final game of our Friday doubleheader here from Calgary. Face-off one, Ryba up to Hollenbeck. Slap shot there, and Magnuson able to get it out. Edmund Paul with it. He'll look to get it up ice. He'll get it over to Westbrook. Now to Ryba. Jamie Ryba across the blue line. Stops. Feeds it back to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck's shot gets blocked to the corner. Tito Westbrook up to Ryba. Ryba over to Hollenbeck to Paul. Paul gets it sticked away. Now Shepard. Shepard, does he have a step? No, looks like Paul's going to be in front, but denied there by Anderson, and he'll hold there. Face-off, McIntyre against Pedersen here. New York's still on the power play for another 43 seconds here. Pedersen wins it back, but it'll be taken away by Westbrook. Westbrook at the red line being pestered there by a Stallion. It looks like it's Subin Bork pestering him there. Bork skates away, comes on net, and Magnuson able to scoop it up before it can get on net to Novak. Paul over to Hollenbeck, up to Ryba. Ryba over to Paul. Paul sticked away by Novak. 10 seconds left here on the power play. Ryba to Hollenbeck. Cross ice, and now Paul at the point to Westbrook over to Shepard, and that'll do it for the power play. So Calgary keeps that shutout going, leading 5-0 on the Empire here. As we're now 3.5 minutes gone here in the third period. Albin Wilkinson versus Tito Westbrook here now to the right of Novak. Miller flips it in from the red line. First one back there is Paul. He'll be watched there by Wilkinson. And now up ice to Ryba. Ryba across the blue line, dragged through. Line and Ryba come together there along the far boards. Ryba able to take it away. He'll go to the corner in front of Kovalov. Kovalov will lose the puck. He's bumped off. Line now takes it away. Up to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Line. Shot goes wide. Nash to Paul. Paul now up to Kovalov. Kovalov to DiFellino. DiFellino carries in. DiFellino glove by Novak. Great save there by the Calgary netminder. So now face off here. Slater against Nash. And Nash will kick it back. Lindholm to Paul. Paul skates down. Paul! Shot goes high. DiFellino and Bernier. Puck comes free in, and that'll be Paul. He'll skate down the boards and then lose the puck there for a second. Kept in by New York. Lindholm. Pestered there by Alden. Nash skates in the corner. Comes up high to DiFellino. Now to Lindholm at the point. Lindholm across the blue line to Paul. Shot gets blocked. Loose there at the blue line, and now Alden will take it away. Alden over to Delaney. Oh, and Slater goes off the post. So a great setup there by this fourth line, and Vinny Slater hits it off the post. 7 minutes gone here in the third. New York still scoreless. Looking for that first goal of the game for them. Calgary leading 5-0. Kuznetsov now skates out of the corner, and he's denied there by Novak, and he'll hold right there. Miller always hit hard there in the neutral zone. Big hit by Hollenbeck. Miller very slow to get up. He will now finally join the play in the defensive zone. Barron and Reed fight for it in the corner. Now Pedersen for Calgary will get it away. Up to Miller. Miller to Reinhardt. It's sticked away right outside the blue line. Westbrook now. He'll look to enter the zone. Westbrook along the far boards. Gets it to the middle. Kuznetsov denied there on the one-timer. Miller in alone. Miller scores as Hollenbeck thrashes through the net there, but Leon Miller, before the cage comes off, able to bury it past, set up by Bradley Reinhardt there. So now 6-0 is the score here in Calgary. As New York struggling here. Pettersson now into the zone. Shot knocked away in front. Kuznetsov couldn't get it through. He's looking for a hat trick here tonight. Face off now. Pettersson against McIntyre. And it'll be one away for New York. Up to Heinonen. In front. And it goes behind the cage. Apologies, folks. I was looking at my computer. I didn't see what exactly happened to get the stoppage there, but we'll have a stoppage coming to the left of Alexei Novak here. 10:17 left here in the third period. Calgary leading 6-0 on the New York Empire here at home. Winslow with it now. He'll get it up ice to Pettersson. Pettersson will retreat in his own zone, get it to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov tries to skate to the middle. He's bumped off the puck there. Krause will be tripped up by Reinhart. So no New York penalty coming up here once it's touched up, and it will be right there by Winslow. So Reinhart guilty of the trip. That will send him to the box. Clarkson now against Delaney. Here in the draw to the left of Novak. Heinonen, he scores! So they are able to bury that one off the face-off win. It'll be Reijo Heinonen on the power play. Set up there right off the face-off, just a slap shot. Beats Alexei Novak and New York on the board here. So the shutout bid ends with 9.5 left. Pettersson now. He'll get it up ice to Reinhart. Reinhart turns. He'll lose the puck there. Clarkson has it. He'll go cross ice to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck carries down. Hollenbeck can't get a shot on net. Novak will hold there. 8:46 left here in the third. 6-1 lead for Calgary. Face off here. Calgary takes it away for a second, but now New York back on it. They go cross ice to Heinonen. Kovalov in front. Can't get it through. Poke check there by Novak. Gets it up high. And now Ryba in the high slot. Shot just goes wide. In front, Kovalov denied by Novak. Magnuson now where in the near corner here. Bogdanovich skates away, gets it over to Magnuson, who had just peeled away. Now to Bogdanovich. Puck will be deflected back down into the Calgary zone. Hemmed in here by New York for a little bit. And now they're able to clear to the red line. Enters the zone, Shepard. Bogdanovich tried to feed it down low as Fyodorov was kind of crashing the net, but unable to do so. Bork looks to get up ice. Bork to the red line, flips it in. Heinonen, watched there by Fyodorov. Up to Michelson. He's hit hard there at the Calgary bench. Magnuson tries to get it out of the zone. He will. Line pressed there by DiFolino. Michelson now comes free. Has it at the red line in between the benches there. They'll continue the battle. Wilkinson will get away with it. Miller now. Would have been offsides with Wilkinson, so he just flips in. Under 6 left here in the third period. 6-1 lead for the Stallions here at home. Bernier with it. He'll go up to Miller. Miller across the blue line. Miller tries to feed it across. Kuznetsov across the red line now enters the zone. Pressed there by Bernier. Puck is in deep. Barron behind the net. Denied. There was Westbrook. Puck is deflected up high to Hollenbeck, and now Barron will skate down the boards. Goes behind the goal line, and now Miller will have it. He'll get it up to Bernier. Wilkinson trying to guard the puck there. It's now Miller behind the net to Reinhart. Reinhart will retreat to the far boards, and then Miller with the puck behind the net gets bumped off there. Hollenbeck up to Kuznetsov, over to Barron. Neil Barron hit hard there by Bernier. Puck is free. Kuznetsov has it. Kuznetsov behind the net. On his backhand. Love stopped there by Novak. Warshevsky tries to get it out. And they'll go to Bernier now to Kuznetsov at the red line. Reinhart enters the zone. He's hit hard by Hollenbeck. Kuznetsov on it. Kuznetsov to the front. Denied by Anderson. He'll keep play going. 3 minutes left here in the third. Barron goes cross ice. Tried to flip in. Bernier to Reinhardt. Reinhardt has Bowden there. Over to Pedersen. Gunnar Pedersen loses the puck there. It'll be Paul with it. Paul gets it over to Krause. Now Bowden. Bowden tried to feed it in front to Krause, and he's unable to get it there. Kuznetsov now. Just 2 minutes left here for Calgary as they will run away with this game here. At the moment, scoring 2 goals in each period. See if they can get a third here in the third. But right now, 2 goals each period, leading to a 6-1 lead over the Empire here tonight. New York having to go back to the drawing board once again as they've just had inconsistent play as this month has kind of wound down. Started the season off well, have now struggled through a stretch of play here in the American Division. They will find themselves in 4th place and just clear of Boston by 4 points for that last place spot. Bogdanovich walking down the boards. Bogdanovich will flip it all the way out of his own zone. Novak will have it behind his own net. He'll just leave it there for Reed. With just 40 seconds left, Calgary just looking to milk this clock and wind it all the way down. Fyodorov gets it in front. Bogdanovich denied there by Anderson. And he'll hold there at the side and then get it over to Lindholm. As New York just as much wants to just get this game over with. Bogdanovich now. Fyodorov alone in front. All on the backhand, can't get it through. Then Fyodorov puts it wide. Lindholm, 15 seconds left here. Taken away, Fyodorov will have it. He'll feed it over to Delaney. Delaney on a backhand, denied there by Anderson. And this one he will just hold on to with 10.1 left here in the third from Calgary. Slater against Nash. Nash kicks it back. Reed over to Alden. Delaney denied there by Anderson. And the horn will sound right there. So the Calgary Stallions here at home come away with a 6-1 victory over the New York Empire here at home. A great win for the Stallions, as they now find themselves alone in 2nd place in the Canada Division, jumping ahead of Montreal. They have played one more game than the Mammoths, though, so Montreal will have a chance to match that as the season wears on. New York, though, falls now into 4th behind Chicago. With Chicago's win earlier tonight, they found themselves now in 4th place in the American Division. So enjoy the rest of these highlights. We'll be right back with you after a quick break for our post-game stats and information. All right, hello folks, and welcome to our post-game coverage from Canadian Western Bank Center here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as the Calgary Stallions dominate the visitors, the New York Empire, here tonight. We'll take a look at the team stats here. 41 shots for Calgary, just to 30 for New York. Hits go in favor of New York, 34 to 33. Face-offs go to Calgary, 29 to 19. And then our power plays, New York goes 1 of 6, and Calgary able to go 1 of 4 on the power play here today. So New York more opportunities, but unable to capitalize on them here, going just 1 of 6. We'll take a peek at some of the individual stats from tonight. So 3 points for Reinhardt and for Miller. Reinhardt with the 3 assists and Miller with 1 goal and 2 assists. Let me check on something here real quick with those stats. So Reinhardt, he's now just 1 point back of Shagstead, Lars Shagstead. He'll be at 24 points. Shagstead sitting at 25 entering tonight. And then our 2-point getters, we have Worshevsky and Bernier with 2 assists, Kuznetsov and Wilkinson with 2 goals each, and then Laine with a goal and an assist, and then Gunnar Pedersen with the only 1-point getter tonight with an assist. So our no points tonight, we have Magnuson, Bork, Reed, Fyodorov, Slater, Delaney, Shepard, Bogdanovich, Winslow, and Alden. Of those players, it looks like Reed and Slater, oh, and then Winslow also come away with a +1 here tonight. Laine a +3, Reinhardt a +2, Miller, Worshevsky, and Bernier a +4, and then Wilkinson also a +3. Our shots leaders, 7 for Kuznetsov. Looks like he's far and away the leader. Oh no, Robbie Delaney. Well, that's a bit of a surprise. Robbie Delaney with 8 shots on goal tonight. 4 to Laine and to Miller as well. Our hits leaders, Stas Worshevsky with 12, 6 to Bernier, 5 to Magnuson. And those are the leaders there. 3 to Bork as well. But those are the big leaders there. Alexei Novak, what an incredible... This guy's supposed to be the backup here, and he has been incredible this season. 30 shots faced, comes up with 29 saves for a .967 save percentage. What a great performance out of Alexei Novak here tonight for the Stallions. And now our visitors, the New York Empire, with the power play goal by Reijo Heinonen, assisted by Clarkson and Tito Westbrook. So that means no points for the rest of them. Holenbeck, Paul, Lindholm, Kovalov, Ryba, Nash, Romainders, Barron, Kuznetsov, Crew, Kraus, Zifalino, Michelson, Bowden, and McIntyre. Some of the big minuses, we have Kovalov and Ryba, a -3, Holenbeck and Heinonen, a -3, along with Clarkson, Westbrook, a -1, Paul and Lindholm, a -2, a few other -1s there in our no-point getters, and no pluses on the score sheet here tonight, especially with it being a power play goal. And now the goaltending. Ellis Rask, not terrible. I'm a little surprised they went to the hook so early on him. 27 shots faced, comes up with 23 saves for an .852 save percentage. Otto Anderson, not much better. 14 shots against, comes up with 12 saves for an .857 save percentage. So we'll now take a peek at some of the goal and our highlights here from tonight. Let's head to the first period, see if we're going to be able to see anything. They'll let us see the Wilkinson goal. So Wilkinson, it looks like he just gets this snapshot from the point, or from that high slot area. Or no, Bernier puts it on, and then Wilkinson with the rebound. Oh no, Wilkinson tips this, that's right. The tip there from Wilkinson, able to get it past Rask. Apologies that I didn't remember it right off the top of my head. But yes, the tip in front by Albin Wilkinson, set up by the shot by Bernier. Bernier with the shot right there, tipped in front, and it's tipped home by Albin Wilkinson. Second period now. Did they have 3 in the second period? I thought they had 2 in each period. My fault again. So Kuznetsov with the power play goal here on Ellis Rask. We'll take a peek at that. Fed in front, and Kuznetsov with a little backhand flip, able to get a pass, and then Kuznetsov, his other goal of the period. Down low, Kuznetsov just with a one-timer, able to beat Ellis Rask there. And then the Wilkinson goal from a very sharp angle. You see that angle there. We'll get another look at it here. Very, very sharp angle. He's only maybe about 1.5 feet above that goal line, and he's able to bury it past Ellis Rask right there, snapping it past the goaltender there. And then the third period, Leon Miller with the breakaway here on Otto Anderson. You're going to see it from this corner angle. Reinhardt gets it up to Miller. Miller able to skate away from Holenbeck. Goes forehand, backhand, and then back to the forehand as Holenbeck obliterates the net as he's trying to skate to catch up with it here. We'll see it one more time, skating in from the blue line. Goes forehand, backhand, back to the forehand, and sneaks it past Otto Anderson there. And then Reijo Heinonen with the one-timer, or the slap shot, I should say, here. One there, over to Heinonen, slap shot. The only shot that was able to beat Alexei Novak here tonight. So that's going to do it for our Friday night coverage here from Calgary. We have 2 games coming up on a Saturday night tomorrow. Ottawa, the Battle of Ontario, as Ottawa will be in Toronto to face the Royals. And then New York will continue this road trip as they will be in Edmonton tomorrow night to face the Dinos. So I am Les Talk. Thank you so much for joining us for another Friday night doubleheader. We will see you tomorrow night for Ottawa at Toronto and New York at Edmonton. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Have a great rest of your night.